Hey guys, my name is Wildcard and welcome back to my channel. I am wearing a hat because I'm about to go get a haircut and I don't want to put like products into my hair because that's just gonna make the hairdresser. So yeah, because then the hairdresser has to wash my hair first before they cut it. So just want to make their job a little bit easier. Just put a little cap on. Maybe we can wear it this side. Yeah, maybe this way. I don't know. Maybe I look like more of a wrestling person with the hat backwards, right? Anyway, Wrestlemania over 2 nights. What can I say? Going into Wrestlemania, I had little interest in any of the matches, except for maybe Drew's match versus Bobby Lashley. And maybe the main event, because they actually managed to make me want to see the main event to see what exactly going to happen in a triple threat. Because, despite the stupid booking, right, I still wanted to see what happened. Like, they kind of messed up the booking on my previous video. But, yeah, they made Roman tap out in Fastlane. And that should have been at WrestleMania. I do think they made a big mistake there. But yeah, still wanted to see what's happening. Just too many big stars in that match that I wanted to see. But anyway, let's go from the start. WrestleMania Night 1. So I wasn't really, I was kind of like AFK watching a lot of these matches until I see something that I really wanted to see. AFK watching is like, I'm doing something else and the matches are happening on the background, right? So the first match I wanted to see was Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. And I really, this is a hard match for me going in to think of a winner. Because the way they booked it, it seems that Drew McIntyre is going to just easily crush Bobby Lashley for the win. But in my mind, I thought both wrestlers... Okay, sorry, I just the W word. Both sports entertainers were worthy of winning. And especially Bobby Lashley. I always thought Bobby Lashley looked awesome. Even when his first run in the WWE, when he was the ECW champion, he was famously the representative for Donald Trump in the hair versus hair match at WrestleMania against Mr. McMahon's representative Umanga. He was just at that point I thought he was gonna be the next thing pushing to the top, but he never really got the push because he's not that good on the mic. Even nowadays he needs MVP to speak for him on the mic, but in terms of in-ring abilities, he's just awesome physique. He's 45 or something, really up there, and he looks exactly the same that he was when he was 21 or 25 whenever he started wrestling. Just unbelievable human being, and I thought he probably deserved the push. So going in this match, it was booked in a way that Drew McIntyre was just gonna crush him for the easy win. And Bobby hasn't been looking that strong leading into this match. He just defeated The Miz. But, yeah, Bobby Lashley won. He put the Hurt Lock on McIntyre. McIntyre passed out. That was good. They really put over that move, the Hurt Lock. It's just... Man, I love, how Hulk Hogan built up this match. Just before the match started. He was talking about how Bobby Lashley, when he puts a Hurt Lock on, he wraps around the wings. He can wrap the Hurt Lock around the wings of a 747 jet, and then he'll crack the the airplane in half. Man, I thought he was just so good. And he talks about the Claymore, how the Claymore, he can just bring a building down. Oh yeah, can kick off the face off of Mount Rushmore. He's so good. Man, it's such good promos. He just talks about these things and you just get this imagery Bobby Lashley jumping onto a plane and just it Hurt Locks and cracks the plane in half with Hurt Lock. Oh, it's just awesome. But yeah, I thought that was pretty nice win for Bobby Lashley, and it did make Drew look a little bit weak, how he passed out to that hurt lock, but overall I thought it was pretty good. And then there was the Women's Tag Team Championship, #1 contenders match, so it was like a gauntlet match. Honestly, I didn't really watch this match. I thought it was... I watched a little bit of it, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. There was a point where Mandy Rose or something slipped, and that was kind of like poked my interest a little bit, like walking down the ramp because it was raining. But yeah, I think in the end, Natalya and Tamina wins the match, and then I think they go into the next night against Nia and what's her name? Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the next night, right? So yeah, whatever. And then it was Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. And this is just one of the matches where you just want to see how many times Cesaro can swing Seth Rollins. And apparently it was 23 times he swung him. I thought it was decent match. But it's just like, I feel like maybe they should have put like Intercontinental title on the line or something for this one. Because like there are two big names, and they probably, like, it's good to see Cesaro getting his first singles match. I mean, I remember Cesaro in the first Andre the Giant Battle Royale, where he picked up the Big Show and just chucked him over the top, like, to win the first Andre the Giant Battle Royale. I thought he was gonna be the WWE champion going forward from there, because that looked so good. He looked like, Hulk Hogan. Like, it reminded you of Hulk Hogan slamming Andre the Giant, but instead of just picking him up and dropping him, he literally picked up the Big Show, hoisted him over his shoulders, and walked like 2-3 steps to the ropes and chucked him over on top. Like, it was so impressive. Like, I could not believe how, like, when I remember watching that live, I popped, like, out of my chair so hard. Like, everyone in the crowd was just going bananas when they saw that, because it was just like, no one could believe he can just carry Big Show to the side and chuck him out. Because you would expect him to, like, maybe flipped him over or something. He just picked him up and chucked him out. Man, it was amazing. So it's really good to see Cesaro getting his first singles match. And hopefully he's getting better at his promos as well. So hopefully he can get himself up there for like a championship, like proper WWE championship someday. Because I thought he's always been really athletic and talented, and he deserved a bit more. And then it's AJ Styles versus the New Day without Big E. So Kofi and Xavier Woods versus Omos and AJ Styles. I mean, I love AJ Styles. He's just such a good character. Like, whether he's a heel or a babyface, he's just, especially as a heel, AJ Styles is a good heel. This match was meh. Like, it's a tag team match. There are a lot of talents, but I think the end was just like Omos beating, just like crushed the New Day. And then AJ Styles kind of like did a phenomenal forearm on Kingston, and then Omos like slammed him, and then he pinned him with a foot. And then, yeah, so it was meh. I thought, I don't know how I feel about this one. I like both teams. I like AJ, and I think he will be great as a heel for a tag team champion. And I like the New Day, so not really sure about this one. And then it's Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman in the steel cage match. This match going in, Shane's going to get tossed off the cage through an announce table or something. And that's all you waited for the entire match. Like, you didn't care what was going to happen. You knew Shane McMahon's going to fall off a high place in this match. So, like, you're just waiting for that to happen. And basically, there was, like, some shenanigans with people helping Shane, with Elias and some other guy, Riker. And then eventually, they ended up on top of the cage. Strowman threw Shane into the ring. And then he picked him up for a power slam, and they won the match. So that's what you're kind of waiting for. But I was in my mind, I thought he might have gone through like announce table. Like in my mind, I thought what would happen was Shane would like escape, and Braun gets angry, and then something happens. He will end up on top of the cage again, and then Braun will like throw him off into a table on the ring side or something. That's how I thought it like imagined. But I mean, throwing him down in the ring is okay, but it's But that's what you expected. Shane falling up a high place. That's what you were looking for. And then next match, The Miz and John Morrison versus Damien Priest and Bad Bunny. Honestly, Miz and Morrison is doing a great heel work. Like, that music video was hilarious. And I thought Miz and Morrison probably deserved a win here, because I felt like they're like the heel, but they did such a good job as a heel. I'm starting to like them. Like, they're just like so creative, like so douchey, and you just like, you actually want them to win. Like, they did such good promos as well, both of them. And then, there was, you knew they were going to lose. But, my expectations were pretty low going into this one. You knew something's going to happen and Miz and Morrison going to lose. But I think the best part, the thing that everybody remembers from this is Bad Bunny outside the ring grabbed Morrison. And you thought he might just go for like a body slam or something, or maybe like something like a Batista bomb or whatever you call it. Maybe like a move like that. But he grabbed Morrison like between him, like he got him like he grabbed him like between his legs. It looked like he might go for like flip him up for a Batista bomb, or maybe even looked like he was gonna go for a pedigree or something. And then he just like flipped him up, and it did a Canadian destroyer on Morrison. First of all, I think Morrison did most of the move. He just kind of like followed him through. But he basically did like a 180-degree sprint in the air and dropped Morrison on his head. A Canadian destroyer. Bad Bunny, a musician, did a Canadian destroyer with Morrison. I'm pretty sure like Morrison did most of that move. But still quite impressive. And I thought it was so impressive how like Morrison pulled that off. Like, he did, basically Morrison would like, I mean, sure, Bad Bunny had to do a little bit of work, like follow himself through and, push his own weight. But how impressive is Morrison? He's able to basically, like, perform the Canadian Destroyer on himself. Like, it's just insane. Incredible move. I was more impressed by Morrison than Bad Bunny, to be honest. But anyway, Bad Bunny wins. Whatever. And then the main event for night one, Sasha Banks with Bianca Belair. This was actually probably the best women's match in the whole WrestleMania. Lots of back and forward. The boss, she looked like a Fortnite character with like green and yellow hair. Like, I don't even know what color it is. Like weird green hair, like poking out like everywhere. Looked quite funny. But eventually Bianca Belair wins, and it was like a big crowning moment for her. Congratulations to her beating the boss. Quite a good win for her at WrestleMania, and she was like really happy and quite emotional. So that was the end of night one. Night two was like, something that I was looking forward to more than night one. I think they should probably just put them together in one night again, because, yeah. Anyway, night two started. The weird thing is, despite it's night two, like, the introduction promos were pretty much the same. They have, like, the same videos playing before the start. They had someone sing America the Beautiful again before this night two started. And they have, like, Hulk Hogan and Titus come out, do a pretty similar promo to night one with different outfits on. But still, I couldn't believe that nobody did the WrestleMania joke. I thought, like, surely, like, it's pirate themes, someone's gonna come out and say, like, welcome to WrestleMania. Like, no one did that. But yeah, I thought for sure somebody would do that. But I mean, I mean, if someone did and I missed it, please let me know. But I don't think anyone did. That would have been the perfect start. But anyway, first match of the second night was what was it? Oh yeah. Okay, so this match was Randy Orton versus the Fiend. It was a red light match again, where they have the big red lights on, and then it was like, okay, whatever. And I thought, so going into this match was a little bit weird. Like, the storyline was pretty like brutal. Basically, Randy burned the Fiend to a crisp, and Fiend came back from being burned in like a burned outfit, so which looks pretty cool. It's like a transition character. So WrestleMania starts. They play a video package. Fiend in the video package turns himself from the burn version back to the normal version. So I thought like the burning part was the whole point of like the character development. They want to bring out like a new or different character for Fiend, but they're just like, yeah, we'll just turn it back to normal. So that was a bit weird. I was expecting to see the burn one, and they come out. There's like a big box, and Alexa Bliss comes out and it rolls the. It's like one of the music boxes, or one of the boxes that's like a little clown pops out. So she rolls the big turn handle, and Fiend pops out, and then she jumps over Orton. Match starts. So they're just like, it was really weird in the red lights. So basically what happened was, the Fiend was about to win. He looked like he took like Orton's like moves, and he just like got up, no sold it. And the Fiend was going for a Sister Abigail. He grabbed Orton, and it looked like Orton's probably gonna get pinned here. And suddenly, like the red light, so suddenly like fire went off. Like the four corners had like fire shooting off, like Kane's entrance. Like literally looked like Kane's entrance. Like I literally thought Kane's gonna about to walk out, because you know the whole burning thing. Like you just like the Fiend got burned and everything. Kane's story was that he got burned, and Kane got inducted into the Hall of Fame this week. So I literally thought Kane was gonna walk out and like interrupt again. Like, you know, I literally thought he was gonna walk out or suddenly appear in the ring or something and like chokeslam the Fiend or something, right? Because the Kane's pyro went off. Literally Kane's pyro. The fire in the four corners when Kane gets in the ring. He does the hand gesture thing. But anyway, so you thought, so in my mind, I was like, whoa, Kane's gonna come out. That's so weird. Like, I was intrigued. What's coming? And then, like, he didn't come out. And then, like, a spotlight put onto the box. And then on top of the box, Alexa Bliss was just sitting there. And she was just like... And then this is like black tar start dripping down her head. Like, she's wearing, like... So there's, like... It's just so weird. So, like, obviously, you know, it's a gimmick. But still, it was just so weird. Like, she was sitting there. Imagine she had, like, all this weird... She has, like, all the weird makeup for the... For a character. But like just seeing like black tar, she also wears like this like, what do you call it, contact lenses that change her eye color, so her eyes are looking like all weird anyway already, and then she has like black tar just dripping down her face, and you're like honestly you're like, what the hell, like you look really weird and creepy. But it was like, yeah, it was kind of like cool because it was just creepy and weird. And all the fans in attendance are chanting, like, holy S. I don't want to swear. Anyway, all the fans are chanting. And then Bray Wyatt, it was just so weird. Bray Wyatt just, like, turns around, looks at it. And you figure, right? Because Bray and her are, like, for us, this is made, like, we don't understand what the black, like, water, like, black goo is. But surely for Bray Wyatt, he will know what it is. And anyway, Bray Wyatt seemed to be like stunned, just like everybody else, as to what he's seeing. He's just like stands there like, what the hell? You can't see his face expression because he's wearing a mask, but he just stands there like stares at it. And Orton gets up and he's like, oh, okay, hits Bray with the RKO and then pings him for the ring and leaves. And it's just like, okay, first of all, Bray's kicked out the RKO like easily. For some reason this RKO worked, but anyway, it was weird. And then everyone starts booing, and then they just like, yeah, they just had another show with him, like Fiend looking at Alexa, and then they turn the lights off, And then turn lights back on, both of them disappears. I'm guessing they went into the box. But anyway, all the fans are booing at this point. Like, it was like really cool imagery and everything, but it was just like weird. Like, they should have gone somewhere with it, like explain something, or like you know, I don't know. They should have done a bit more. And and also like the way Bray just got like randomly pinged like that, it was just weird, right? Like, so I think maybe if they put a better finish instead of just like he got distracted by his own like friend or whatever, and then just like got pinged, like it was just so weird. But anyway, that was, I guess that's what they were going for, to get people to talk about it. But they probably should book a better finish. So yeah. And the next match was the Women's Tag Team Championship. Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler versus Natalya and Tamina from the night before, where they did the Gauntlet match. But in the end, I didn't really care much about this match. I think in the end, Baszler won, put a submission on Natalya and won the match. I think Natalya passed there, she didn't tap. And then it was Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn with Logan Paul. Was it Logan Paul? I should know, because he's the big dog on YouTube. Anyway, I think it's Logan Paul. Yeah, Logan Paul. And then they come out, and and I was like, is Logan Paul gonna get booed? Yes, he got booed pretty hard. And at the start of the match, people were chanting like Logan swallows, and it was pretty audible at the start. Anyway, this was a great match. Like Sami Zayn and Kevin, man, they like this, like nothing on the line for this match. It was just like two guys wrestling, and it was just like not like, you know, old friends, rivalry going at each other. And despite that, this match was really good. Like they hit like some of the moves they did to each other look like this. You know, they're both really good wrestlers. When you're like watching on home, knowing that they're not gonna hurt each other, but you look at some of the moves, you just wonder, how are they not hurting each other? Like Sami, like one of the moves was like where, just the way they sold everything, the way they did everything, just brilliant performance. Really good performance. Like there's nothing on the line. They just literally caught my attention and kept me interested through their like extraordinary performance in the ring, basically. So really amazing stuff by both wrestlers. They probably deserve a championship sometimes down the line. And one of the best part is like, one of the moves where like Kevin Owens lifts up Sami Zayn and he like drops him on his head on the ring apron. Oh man, I was just like, how do you not get hurt from that? Like, how do you even do that safely? And there was one where he like dropped Sami in a similar move, lifting upside down and drops him on his knee. Like dropped his like neck onto his knee, like he was like kind of like kneeling, dropped it on his own knee. Oh man, how do you not hurt someone like that? Like it was just. And Sami Zayn, I think he might did a power driver at some point as well. Yeah, it just looks so brutal. And they're both really good. In the end, Kevin Owens wins with a stunner from, you know, the Austin stunner. And he's showing that he's portraying part of the Austin character here. And then Sami loses. Logan gets in the ring. Logan Paul gets in the ring. What's his name? Logan Paul? Yeah, I think that's his name. Isn't that? Yeah, anyway, I don't know. Anyway, he gets in the ring, and then they did the thing, kind of like Stone Cold Austin thing, where he's trying to like, he raises like, what's his name? He raises Kevin's hand, and Kevin's just sitting there like, oh god, another this. And all the fans are chanting, stun his ass, stun his ass, stun his ass. So Kevin's just like, alright, it's happening. And I put a stunner on him. And he actually sold it like, what's his name? Logan actually sold it like pretty well. He went down. And yeah, it looked pretty good. But yeah, anyway, so that's the end of that match. Great performance from both superstars. It was quite impressive. And then it's the United States Championship, Sheamus versus Riddle. And God, this match was actually really good as well. United States, you know, like, you thought Kevin Owens versus Sami was probably going to outshine this, like whatever's coming up next. But man, these guys did really well to follow up Kevin Owens versus Sami. And the finish, it was just like really hard hitting. Both guys just look brutal as well. Just look like both of them are actually hitting each other really, really, really hard. The ending was actually a spectacular move. So this is by far the best finish of the night. I think. Yeah, this is by far the best finish of the night. So Riddle and Sheamus were just like hitting each other. And Riddle got onto the mid ropes. He jumped up the ropes, doing a backflip. Like he's in the air, doing a backflip onto Sheamus, looking like he was gonna do a lion salt, right? Imagine doing a lion salt. So Riddle's in the air, like upside down, right? Upside down in the air. Okay, this is Riddle's. He jumped off the ropes. He's now upside down with his head hanging down, and Sheamus jumps up, bro kicks him whilst he was flipping in the air upside down. Like, and they show the replay, and it looked like he timed it pretty well, where his foot actually like touched Riddle's face. Man, that looked good. Like, how do they pull that off? How many times do they have to practice that and pull that off? It's just like amazing. Upside down, getting bro kicked in the air. That was good stuff. Good finish. Sheamus won. And then it's Riddle has been doing really well in his character. He's supposed to be a heel, I think. I think he's a babyface. He's a babyface, but his character looks like, I don't know, like a bit, yeah, I think he's like a bro character, like really laid back. Maybe like a stoner-esque character. But yeah, I thought Riddle was doing a great job with his character work. And then it's the Intercontinental Championship. Big E versus Apollo Crews. And this match was, they try to make it, it's called a Nigerian drum fight. So they had like stuff laying around the ring, and they were like going through tables. So it was okay. But in the end, there was a running, like a big dude just showed up running. I don't know his name. He like Big E. So Apollo basically went through a table, and then Big E picks him up and did the big ending on Apollo, so he looked like he was gonna be finished. And this random dude ran in, because there's no disqualifications, grabs Big E, spikes him, Samoan spikes him, and Big E's like kneeled on the ground, like in pain. And then he grabs Big E up again, the big choke slam, and then he pulls Apollo over Big E's like knocked out body, and gets the pin for Apollo for the Intercontinental Championship. So that was that. Okay. And then the Raw Women's Championship was next. Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. Ripley beat Asuka with a riptide. I didn't think this match was that interesting. Especially the finish. I felt a little bit rushed. Like, Ripley just pulled out the riptide kind of like out of nowhere, and then pinned Asuka. And the riptide did not look like that impressed, to be honest. I don't know if I haven't really seen Ripley wrestle that much before. I remember she had a match with Charlotte last year, which I remember was pretty decent. But I don't know why about this match. Maybe, I don't know, maybe like Asuka is like way smaller than her, and he just didn't look like, whereas Charlotte was pretty big, so they look like they can like swing, like they can hurt each other. Whereas, I don't know, I wasn't a big fan of this match, to be honest. I thought the women's match at Night 1 was better. Championship match at Night 1 is better. But anyway, Rhea Ripley won. She's an Aussie. Good on her. And interesting to see what's going to happen next going forward. Anyway, and finally, the match I'm being most interested to see, Universal Championship, Roman Reigns, Edge, and Daniel Bryan in triple threat match. There was like, I had a video about this, like, who's going to win. Everybody thinks Daniel, maybe Edge, because Edge probably deserved it as well. No one expected Roman to win. So right from the start, this is actually like a really, really good like heel work from Roman. Right from the start, the music starts playing, all the crowd start booing, boo, tear down, tear down, tear down, and then like no one comes out. He's just like, what? And the song just kept playing. and everyone's just like stopped booing, and then Daniel was like smiling in the ring. Edge was like, what the hell? Everybody's just like, what's going on? And in your mind, you're thinking like, is Roman just like bailed on the match? Like, is Roman just decided to not show up and then like make the referee start the match? So maybe like Edge has to wrestle Daniel, and then like Roman will show up like halfway through the match and take advantage or something. Because you do expect Roman to lose in this match. And then that's kind of like going through your mind, like, what is happening? And then Roman like slowly walks out after like a minute of the music being playing. He walks out with his brother, his cousin, I think it's Jey Uso. And then Paul Heyman was next to him. He walks out, slowly get in the ring, fireworks going off everywhere, and the match starts. So the actual match was just like, triple threat. What did you expect? It played out like so mechanically, like it played out like so scripted. Like there was no like spontaneity in this match. It's like, because like the way that it works, you can almost because it's a triple threat. You want all the characters to get their moves off, and you want all the characters to get their moves off on like both the oppositions. So you kind of like, you can expect what's gonna happen. So there was points where it's just like, okay, Edge's gonna spear Roman, and then he's just gonna spear Daniel, and Daniel's gonna go out of the ring or something. I think they take out Daniel early. So Edge and Roman will both like spearing each other, and then it's like, there was one point where Daniel and Edge both put the same submission on Roman at the same time. Like, you just like you just roll your eyes. Like, yeah, both of them have a submission move, like crossface, like as a submission move. Let's have both of them put it on Roman. It was just like really predictable and like just like really choreographed. Like, it just doesn't look normal. Like, I thought it was pretty bad match, to be honest. The actual match was pretty. Like, some of the spots were pretty, like, some of the spots are pretty nice. Like, I think Roman was pushed through a table. Maybe, I think it was Roman got pushed through a table. Daniel got himself DDT'd on a steel chair. But it's like, okay. And then it's like, yeah, it was just, and then, anyway. So a lot of it was kind of like that. Like, oh, they both have this move. Let's get both of them to do the move. And see what happens, like not actually, like the wrestlers are there to show you what's gonna happen when both of them put, the crossface on the Roman. Like, it's not really, like, I thought there was, yeah, a lot of that match was like showing you what's happening, like showing you what's happening instead of like making you believe that it's a competitive match. A lot of it's like shows. It's like sports entertainment. A lot of it's, and it's not like sports entertainment in the sense like, oh, it's believable. It's like, it's literally like look like scripted moves that they do in a sequence that shows off all of their moves in a particular, like, yeah, it was just, yeah, I thought it was really, really like overly choreographed. I didn't like this match at all. And then, yeah, for example, okay, let's go to the ending. The ending was Edge, like both Roman and Daniel was like in the ring, kind of like incapacitated. Edge put like 3 chairs into the ring, and you're like, okay, he's gonna do concerto on both of them. Like I said, like it's choreographed. Like, you. Yeah, why would you do concerto on both of them? You can just do it on one of them and ping that person for the win, right? Why would you like set both of them up for 2 concertos and then try to ping one of them? Like, it just makes no sense. Like, it's just so choreographed. Like, so, or like, why do you need to set them both up with a chair? Like having, 2 chairs on each person and then have one on your hand. Why would you need to do that? Why don't you just use 2 chairs, one on that, and then just put the other chair, after you consider one person, and just move the chair to the other person. Instead of having 3 chairs, you can just have 2. Like, it just makes no sense. It's just purely for, like, show. Like, overly choreographed, right? I'm just rolling my eyes at this point. How overly choreographed this match was. So anyway, Edge gets in the ring, puts the chairs down, and then he concertos Daniel, and Daniel's like, out. He's already like kind of out, and so he's definitely out this time after the concerto. And he's going for the concerto with the Roman, and Jey Uso, after being ejected from the ring, looking like he got hurt, he comes back, jumps in the ring, saves Roman from the concerto. So then Edge start wailing on, this is where you think, Edge, instead of bringing 3 chairs into the ring, if you just brought 2, right, and moved the second chair to Roman, you probably would have had a time to concerto Roman before Edge. Anyway, but still, it's storytelling, but it's just like bad storytelling, in my opinion. But anyway, Jey Uso was in the ring, so stops the concerto on Roman. So Edge starts beating Uso with a chair. Roman gets up, and Edge turns around. Roman spears Edge and sets Edge up for concerto. So then Roman concertos the Edge, puts him out, and then Roman pulls Edge over, puts him over Daniel, right? And he puts himself on top of both of them, pins them both at the same time for the win. First of all, I do think that that's a good finish because I didn't expect Roman to win. That's number 1. Number 2, how he just like arrogantly pinned both of them at the same time to show like how strong of a champion he is. It's really good. And 3, there has been like always been like a running theme that Roman wins the big one at WrestleMania. And even this one where you would expect that one of the babyfaces to win, and Roman still pulled out a win in such a heelish manner by pinning both of them at the same time. I thought that was a good finish. That was a good finish for Roman, and it made Roman look super strong. And I think the good thing, I think that will probably build. They probably would build Roman to next WrestleMania and probably go against Cena or like The Rock or something. So yeah, that's good because he's like unbeatable, and then you have someone like Cena coming back who's also like unbeatable, and see what happens when he goes against Roman to see if he can win the title. So that'll be interesting to see what's going to happen next, and I think that's actually a really good finish for that match, for that like overly choreographed match. But I think that was pretty good finish. The only question I had with the finish is that why didn't Edge win when Roman pulled him over Daniel? Why didn't the pin start counting for Edge when Edge was laying on top of Daniel with Daniel's shoulders to the ground when Roman put him over? So technically Edge won that match because like literally like 2 matches ago you had Apollo Crews being like out, and then someone his friend pulled him over at Big E. And he was like passed out over Big E and got the pin just by being passed out on top of Big E. So why didn't that apply to Edge when Roman pulled Edge over the top of Daniel? So Edge technically won that match because Edge technically pinned Daniel before Roman like put himself on top of both of them and pinned them both. So yeah, I thought that was a little bit weird. I thought it was a little bit weird. Because if they hadn't done the Intercontinental Championship match where Apollo Crews pinned Big E in a incapacitated manner when he was incapacitated, if they didn't do that match, and if this was the only match that someone who was incapacitated been pulled over another person, I would be like, yeah, sure, fine. But the fact that you foreshadowed that someone can win a match whilst being passed out by getting pulled over someone who's, their opponent, and to get the pin while they're passed out. You foreshadow that in a match like, 20 minutes ago, right? And then this exact same thing is showing in front of me. Edge, a person who's incapacitated, been pulled over Daniel, who's in a position to get pinned, why didn't Edge get the pin? Why didn't the referee start counting when Edge got pulled over? I thought that was a mistake. Like, they should have either not done the finish for the Apollo Crews match differently, made that match different, so it's not blatantly obvious like someone's passed out getting the ping. So like no one would. I mean, you could potentially think of it, but like no one's just like, you know, no one is literally just saw this happen 20 minutes ago, right? So not such a fresh memory in everyone's mind. And then like either that or like they should have had Roman just line them up side by side and lay it on top of both of them at the same time. And then went for the pin that way. So that would be I think that's like a little bit of a, you know, small tweak in that pin there would be much better for Roman. But the finish, I think, was good. How he pinged both of them, that was good finish. So yeah, WrestleMania 37, man, 40-minute video. Oh my god, I might have to chop this. But yeah, that's the end of that. I don't know. If you watch all the way to the end, please like or dislike this video and put a comment. And I'll see you guys next time for something. Thank you for watching anyway, and cheers, guys.